What if I told you that by the age of 30, one man had conquered most of the known world, never lost a battle, and changed history forever? He was a king at 20, a legend by 25, and a myth by 33. This is the entire history of Alexander the Great in just 10 minutes. So grab a drink, settle in, and let's journey back over 2,300 years into the ancient world. Our story begins in 356 BC in the Kingdom of Macedonia, just north of ancient Greece. Alexander was born to King Philip II and Queen Olympias. His mom believed he was a descendant of Achilles. His dad wanted to conquer the world. No pressure, right? As a boy, Alexander was different. He tamed a wild horse at just 12, Bucephalus, who would become his loyal companion in every battle. And when most kids were learning to read, Alexander was being taught by Aristotle himself. Yes, the Aristotle. He learned philosophy, politics, science, and most importantly, the idea of Greek superiority. From a young age, Alexander believed he was destined for greatness, and the scary part? He wasn't wrong. When Alexander was just 16, his father left him in charge while away at war. A nearby tribe rebelled, so Alexander raised an army and crushed them. He founded his first city called, you guessed it, Alexandropolis. He was already acting like a king. Then in 336 BC, everything changed. King Philip was assassinated. Some say Olympias was behind it. Others whisper that Alexander knew more than he let on. Either way, at just 20 years old, Alexander became king. And from that moment, he wasn't just ruling Macedonia, he was planning to rule everything. Alexander's first move? Revenge. The Persian Empire, the biggest superpower in the world, had once tried to invade Greece. Now Alexander was going to take the fight to them. In 334 BC, he crossed into Asia Minor with about 40,000 soldiers. His goal? Conquer the Persian Empire. No big deal. At the Battle of Granicus, he charged straight into enemy lines. He was nearly killed, but his boldness won the battle. Then came the Battle of Issus. The Persian king Darius III outnumbered Alexander 2-1. But Alexander didn't care. He saw an opening in the enemy ranks, charged Darius directly, and sent the Persian king running again. Next, he moved south, taking Syria, Phoenicia, and Egypt, where he was hailed as a god. There he founded a city that still exists today, Alexandria. But he wasn't done. In 331 BC, at the Battle of Gaugamela, Darius brought a massive army, possibly over 100,000 men. Alexander's tactics were legendary. He feigned retreat, created gaps, then charged the center. Darius fled for the last time and was eventually assassinated by his own men. Just like that, Alexander controlled the Persian Empire. From the Aegean Sea to the edge of India, he was now the most powerful man on earth. You might think that was enough, but not for Alexander. He pushed east into Central Asia. The terrain was harsh, the tribes were fierce, and still he won battle after battle. In one region, he met a beautiful princess named Roxana and married her, uniting local tribes with his empire. Then he turned toward India. There he fought his bloodiest battle, the Battle of the Hydaspes River, against King Porus, who fought with war elephants. Imagine being a Macedonian soldier, never having seen an elephant before, and then watching them charge toward you. But Alexander adapted. He flanked the elephants, defeated Porus, and, in a rare move, allowed the Indian king to rule under him because he admired his bravery. But after years of fighting, his men had had enough. They refused to go farther. They were thousands of miles from home, exhausted and longing for peace. Alexander, furious but understanding, finally agreed to turn back. As he returned, Alexander's dream changed. He began acting more like a Persian king, wearing robes, demanding people bow to him. Some of his closest friends were disturbed. Tensions rose. In 323 BC, in the city of Babylon, Alexander fell mysteriously ill. Some say it was malaria, others say poison. Within days, the unstoppable conqueror, the man who had never lost a battle, was gone. He was just 32 years old. His empire stretched from Greece to Egypt to India, but he left no clear successor. What followed was chaos. His generals divided the empire and fought over it for decades. But Alexander's legacy, that lived on. Alexander wasn't just a warrior, he was a visionary. He founded over 20 cities named after himself, spread Greek language and culture across continents, and connected East and West like never before. His tactics are still studied in military academies. His story inspired Julius Caesar, Napoleon, and even modern leaders. But maybe the most incredible part? He showed what one person, with determination, courage, and brilliance, could do in just 12 years. So the next time someone says it's too late or too big, remember, Alexander the Great started at 20 and changed the world. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. What would you have done if you ruled the world at 25? Until next time, keep conquering your curiosity